What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel. Now today, we are going to be doing another live Wi-Fi battle versus an opponent that we have featured recently here on the channel, and that is Jay Haskell, a viewer of the channel. And just like I said last time he was here, if any of you guys want to battle me and want to be featured on the channel, then let me know down in the comments below. That is how he contacted me, and that is how we got to this. So we had a battle recently against him, and if you haven't seen that one, then incoming spoilers, we lost. We lost to him using this team right here. But you know what? We are going to now try out this team right here, and we will see if a well-played Falinks can't put in some work here. So we have a Life Orb No Retreat Falinks, and a Violite Corsola, a Leftovers and Thick Fat Appleton, which I absolutely love Appleton. I love using him. Choice Bandit Cinderace, very much a staple of this channel. A Choice Scarf Rotom, and Choice Specs Dragapult. So triple choice, 2 walls, and a Falinks. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I really like Falinks. I think he's a really cool mod. I love his design. He's really not super strong. He just struggles a lot having to set up that one turn, and then even then he's still really lackluster in his stats. But we're gonna see if we can't let this guy shine today. So let's see what kind of a team Jay Haskell has brought for us today. All right, so we've got Cinescorch. We have a Gastrodon, which we've got an Appleton for the Gastrodon. He has an Appleton of his own. We have a Gyarados, which is kind of scary, but we do have Scarf Rotom for that. Appleton, we have Cinderace for that, which is going to be really nice. We have Poltegeist, which could be an issue, but we do have a few things that deal with that. And then Ice-Q. Ice-Q is always one of those mons that it either does absolutely nothing or you just die. So, and you never know what's going to happen. So we're going to lead with Rotom, just because he is our Scarfy boy, and I think that he's a pretty safe lead no matter what my opponent wants to lead with. Yeah, he's hits on the special side for the Ice-Q. If our opponent leads with Appleton, then we can just Volt Switch out. I think that this is our best option, although he could go for Gastrodon, so we do need to watch out for going for Volt Switch as long as Gastrodon is still alive, and Hydro Pump as well, because he could easily switch in and get the Storm Drain boost, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to give him the Storm Drain boost, as he does lead with Gyarados, so that is absolutely perfect. Now, I am thinking about this. So let's say Gastrodon switches in, right? How much do we really lose by then just going straight into Appleton? I mean, if it carries Ice Beam, we're going to take a chunk, but like, there's not really a whole lot that it can do to us, right? So I think we go for the safe Volt Switch no matter what. And if he switches into Gastrodon, he switches into Gastrodon. Now, we could have tricked predicting. Okay, so I did get the prediction right. I just didn't go with my gut on it. So that one's on me. But I think we just switch straight into Appleton here. And even if he carries the Ice Beam, we are the Thick Fat variant. So I don't think he's really going to do all that much to us. He could be offensive. He could be Assault Vest. I don't know. This thing can run several different sets. But yeah, Appleton is kind of an easy switch. So he goes for Earth Power. Yeah, that's not going to do much at all. So he's got to be fearing the Apple Acid here. So I don't think there's any world in which he stays in here. He probably goes Ice-Q? Question mark? Now let's see here. And if he goes Ice-Q, we just go into Rotom. Yeah, Rotom beats that for sure. So we're just gonna go for a Leech Seed, because I don't. Oh, he does stay in. He does carry Ice Beam. Okay. Now how much does this do? It does about half. Okay. Now we're going to get the Leech Seed off. And now with Leftovers plus Leech Seed, we should be able to take one. We should be able to take an Ice Beam again, right? Although I don't know if I want to risk that. But don't I have Protect on this set? I'm pretty sure I do. I do. So I'm going to go for Protect before I go for Recover, just to make sure that I can tank another one. Although he might switch here. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that Ice Beam doesn't kill me here, and all thanks to that Thick Fat ability. I love Thick Fat on this Mon. It's super helpful. As he does go ahead and go for the Withdraw. Okay. Going into Cinescorch. Okay. Now, Thick Fat does also help against this, but I don't want this thing setting up a bunch of coils on us. That would be a big problem. So I don't want to just allow him to do that. Now we could go Corsola and start Strength Sapping, because there's not a whole lot he could do about that, but I think a better play is to just go Rotom. I do think this thing gets Power Whip, but I don't think that he's just going to go for that stock. As it goes for Leech Life. Okay, that makes sense. That does more than I would have liked for it to do. Now, he could stay in here. He could stay in. However, he probably switches into Gastrodon this time, right? Question mark? I'm going to go for Trick, predicting the Gastrodon to come back in here. As he does go Gastrodon. Okay. So that is, that's perfect. That's exactly what we're going to do, is give this thing a Choice Scarf. He doesn't want one, obviously. And we get an AV. Okay, so he was AV. So that is actually not too terrible. We can't Trick anymore. We can't Thunder Wave anymore. Not being able to Thunder Wave is kind of unfortunate. But I don't think it's the end of the world. But we're going to go back into Appleton here. It's an obvious switch, but we have enough HP. As he goes for Clear Smog. Okay. I see you. I see you. Alright, so I think actually Appleton is not going to be doing all that well here. So I think we start wearing this thing down with Corsola. Plus then we can get rocks up. Now he probably has the boots on his Cinescorch, so we're not really going to be setting up rocks specifically for that. He's going to go for Clear Smog again. That's going to do nothing to us. And I think we just get rocks up here. I think rocks are going to be nice against his team. They're pretty free here. Yeah, so there's not really anything he can do to stop us setting up rocks. So I think this is just our best play here. I don't know what he wants to go into. Maybe the Poltegeist, which could end up being a little bit of an issue. As he goes Appleton. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get up our rocks here. Now, we have a couple of options here. We could burn this, which I think is a really good option. We could also switch into Cinderace, go for a U-turn and get some damage off. We could go into Dragapult and Draco. I think I'm going to get a Will-O-Wisp off and just see what this thing wants to do. Okay, goes for Leech Seed. That's fine. We do have Recovery in Strength Sap, but we're not going to stay in long enough for him to really have to worry about that. I do think that I can outstall him, although Leech Seed is a little more regular than what the Strength Sap is going to be. So I think we're just going to switch here. I don't want to keep taking that, and we're going to go into Cinderace. I think that's a pretty free switch here. As what are you going to go for? Apple Acid, Giga Drain, Apple Acid? Okay, that makes sense. As that's not going to do very much to us. It will lower our special defense. Big rip on that one. And so basically right now we are canceling out his burn with or canceling out his leftovers with the burn. And so I think we just go for a U-turn here. This is going to do quite a bit of damage if he stays in, and if he switches out, then we get priority. So I think either way, I think this is the best move for us to go for. What you want to do? What you want to do? So what else? Okay, so he does stay in. That's fine. As we're going to do a massive amount of damage to him. Now, he could go for recover here, which that's totally a possibility. I'm kind of predicting a Leech Seed, in which case I think Dragapult is totally fine to come in and take that. And even if he goes for Apple Acid, that's probably the most he can do. He does go for Leech Seed. Oh, and I avoid it. That's not going to make a huge deal, I don't think. I don't think that's going to make a big difference. So he is down in red, and this basically forces him to either sack it or switch out, because there's no way that Appleton survives here unless he switches. So I think this is good. As he goes for Protect, okay. So I think he's running the exact same Appleton set that I am. If I was to guess, I think he's running the exact same Appleton set I am. He also messaged me and was like, "I'm running your Cinescorch set too." So I think the Cinescorch set is our Heavy Duty Boots set as well, which is a great set. I really love that set. What do yeah, just U-turn out, kill this. Sweet. So Appleton is gone. Critical hit definitely did not matter at all. Him at that low of health. So, all right. So I think now I'm going to go back into Cinderace, just being as fast as it is. I would have preferred to go into Dragapult here, but I don't think Cinderace is a bad option to have here. But what do you go in? What do you go into for? What do you go into for a Cinderace? Goes into Ice Cube. Okay. Shiny Ice Cube. Let's go. Shiny Ice Cube looks awesome. Okay, so this is kind of a problem because I think he just wants to go for a Belly Drum here. I think we hard switch out into Corsola because I don't want to give him his speed boost. If I give him his speed boost, we might just lose. And I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to do that. So he is going to take all of that. We're going to burn it. I think we have to. He is faster. I don't know if we take one or not, honestly. If we don't, then we're going to be sacking this and just going into Dragapult. Just as we do take it. Interesting. And we disable the Icicle Crash. Hey, let's go. So we're going to go ahead and burn this so that he doesn't do as much to us this turn. Now, I don't think either way that we survive here. We're going to go for a Strength Sap just in case, but I think we're just going to let Corsola go down here. He's going to go for Liquidation. Even burned, that should kill us, I would think. Are you kidding? We live on 1 HP. That is crazy right there. Yeah, that's insane. And now we are all the way back at full. I'll be honest, I did not expect to survive that at all. That was probably, even burned, I feel like that was a low roll. I feel like that had to be a low roll. So we're going to go for a Night Slash, or a, whatever this move's called. Nightshade, that's it. Goes for the flinch, doesn't get it. So we're going to go for a Nightshade here, and go ahead and knock out this Ice Cube. That survive on Corsola was absolutely clutch. That was fantastic. Corsola for MVP here. I was sacking it, but then he decided, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I got this. As he goes Poltegeist. Okay, so Poltegeist is kind of a problem. The reason being that he is just gonna Shell Smash here. And if he shell smashes, he might just run through the team. So let me look at a Poltergeist set. Assuming he gets off the... Assuming he gets it off. Because Corsola is kind of like the perfect thing for him to shell smash on. Yeah, he's going to be faster than everything on my team. Rhoda might be my only hope here, although he probably carries a grass-type move. So, let's actually go Appleton here. As he's just going to go straight for the stock Shadow Ball. Okay, so that is... that's okay. I do not want him shell smashing. I'm okay with sacking this to keep him from shell smashing, but we're going to go for a Leech Seed just in case he wants to go for a shell smash, as he doesn't. Okay, so that's perfect. That's totally fine. I'm totally fine with this going down because I have ways to deal with Gastrodon. I can just blow through it later. But otherwise, I can just go Cinderace here. Although I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but I can just go Cinderace and click Sucker. And if he attacks me, he dies. Now, he can switch here, and U-turn might have been a better play, but I can't really allow this thing to set up on me. So even if he goes for a Shell Smash and then goes for an attack, then we're still okay, because we still kill. Like, this just OHKOs. We do go for the Sucker, and that's going to knock it out. Perfect. Although I love that Sucker Punch is a kick from Cinderace. I think he's confused, but whatever. So we knock out the Poltergeist, which is great. If that thing had set up a Shell Smash, well, even if it had set up a Shell Smash, we would have been okay because we had Cinderace. But yeah, otherwise that thing was scary. If I didn't have Cinderace, that thing swept my whole team. Just straight up swept my whole team. Okay, so this thing is Moxie. And I'm not a fan of letting this thing set up. I'm going Corsola because Corsola has already put in so much work this game. Alright, so what do you got? Power Whip. Okay. We take that like an absolute champ. And now we're going to go for a Strength Sap. We'll take one more hit from this and heal back up, lower his attack back down. Yeah, this thing is a monster. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. So my opponent is down to his last 3. I still have 5, and I'm trying to think how to get Falinks set up. I think I can set Falinks up against the Gastrodon. It's just a matter of getting it in. I just have to get it in with Gastrodon at like half or so. Although, let me check what... So, a Gastrodon versus a Falinks. How much do I do with that? Okay, so... Oh, Close Combat does a lot, actually. So I'm going to burn this just so I can have some residual damage going on. This goes for Ice Beam? Okay, that's fine. But right now, Falinks at +1. I don't know if am I Jolly or Adamant? I don't remember. I'm Jolly. Okay. If I am Jolly... at +1, I do 78 to 92 with Close Combat. But that's also after setting up. So I should be able to do that right now. But I don't think I want to take 2 ice beams. That's my only thing. So I can't go Rotom. Honestly, I think my safest play is just stay in here and just go for a Nightshade. Just try to wear this thing down. As we're going to disable the Ice Beam. All right, that's very good. That's very good. We're going to do a little bit of damage, not too awfully much. Now this thing is... Oh, this thing's Choice Scarf. That's right. I locked this thing with the Choice Scarf. So now we go Falinks. Because he has to switch. So that's how we get Falinks in for free. Also, he stays in and struggles. I think he forgot he was Choice Scarfed. Alright, so this is where we set up the no retreat. This is it. This is how we set up the win con. No retreat. Let's go. Oh, as he stays in, he's just sacking it. I mean, it is a Choice Scarfed Gastrodon, so I get it. I understand. All right, so we have Gyarados and something else in the back. I don't remember what else was in the back. But we have a setup Falinks here. Hopefully ready to do some work. Oh, Cinescorch, of course. Oh, he's not running boots. He's not running the boots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so against a Cinescorch, close combat does the most, even though it's not very effective. After stab, it does more, and it always does 51%. So we should just OHKO here. That's assuming no bulk, though. Okay, so he had no bulk, which is good. A lot of times these things run. These things will run max, but you know, sometimes they may not. And then the last thing is a Gyarados. And against that, we just click CC again. He is Heavy Duty Boots, though. And we can't kill it, but we can do half. We can do half to it, and that's going to be enough. So he is going to kill us with whatever he wants to go for here. But that's okay. Oh, and the battle's going to end. Oh, no. Oh, that did way more than half. And he goes for Power Whip. Oh, he missed. That's unfortunate. But another close combat would have knocked out the Gyarados. And that is going to be the entire game with our opponent, Jay Haskell. So now we are at 1-1. He won the last one. I won this one. And we are back to even. So very good game to my opponent. I think that my team was just really like oppressive, and that live on... We'll go ahead and take that card. Thank you. So I think the live on Corsola was super clutch for me, living on 1 HP. Super, super lucky. I think Falinks was not really like super great in the matchup. I just didn't have a good chance to bring him in. It's tough. It's tough. I think that Cinderace put in a lot of work. I think that predicting the Gastrodon and getting that scarfed really shut that thing down, because otherwise that thing really put in a lot of work, honestly. Dragapult didn't do anything in this game. He U-turned out and that was it. Yeah, but I really like this team. I think this Falinks team is really, really cool. I just think it's hard to get Falinks set up. I think my opponent should have, in order to win there, I think he had to kill Cinderace. I think his win condition was kill Cinderace and then set up Shell Smash with Poltegeist. Because if he had done that, I think he would have ran through my team. Falinks may have lived one attack at +2. but that's probably about it. He had coverage for pretty much everything else on the team. So, although no, it would have died to a stored power. So no, that wouldn't have lived either. So yeah, I think that if he had had the chance to kill the Cinderace and then set up a Shell Smash with Poltergeist, he would have won. But otherwise, I think it was kind of hard for him to win. I think the team was just a little oppressive, and the 2 walls that I brought just did really, really well against his team. I think that's just it. But really good battle, though. I think it's a really cool team. I think maybe we could, maybe we can tweak that team just a little bit and talk about what makes it good, what makes it need a few changes, and all that. So we will see. We'll just see. I'll talk to him after this battle and see what he says. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.